She kissed her husband at the altar. Hours later, he wasn't human. I Married a Monster from Outer Space got banned for being too twisted, and it's not even the craziest one here. These films ruined childhoods and terrified entire countries. But number 11 on our list is very, well, you'll see it. Starting with number 25, Invasion of the Body Snatchers 1956. Your neighbors look normal, but they're not. This eerie classic slowly unravels reality itself. Calm turns to creeping dread as familiar faces become hollow copies. Banned in Eastern Europe for anti-communist themes, it terrified kids and made everyone suspicious of silence. 24. The Day the Earth Stood Still, 1951. An alien arrives, not with lasers, but a warning. The threat isn't him, it's us. Klaatu preaches peace like a space messiah, and humanity flinches. Too bold, too questioning. It got banned in Spain and South America. The Earth stood still, then censors moved fast. 23. Godzilla 1954. He rose from the ocean, roaring fury and nuclear fear. But Godzilla wasn't just a monster movie. It was Japan grieving through cinema. The US censored the pain, kept the explosions. The real terror wasn't the beast, it was what made him rise. If stories like this make you see movies differently, hit like and subscribe because the next roar might just shake what you thought you knew. 22. Rocket Ship XM 1950. A heroic mission to the moon takes a shocking turn. They land on Mars instead. But Rocket Ship XM isn't about discovery, it's about destruction. The Martian ruins whispered a terrifying truth, a world ruined by atomic war. The surprise? It's a warning aimed at Earth. Banned in the Soviet Union, it pointed fingers. 21. Plan 9 from Outer Space, 1959. What if aliens raised the dead in your neighborhood? This movie wasn't just weird, it was forbidden in some countries. Religious fear, zombies, and alien mind control? That's a childhood nightmare dressed as a sci-fi. You think it's silly until the undead rise. Just a campy B-movie or a cosmic warning? Stay tuned because the upcoming movie names will shock you, and of course, you should wait for the last one. 20. The Thing from Another World, 1951. A frozen alien found by US soldiers in the Arctic. Sounds like sci-fi fun, right? The movie shocked kids and rattled communist nations so much it vanished from screens. Heroic troops, creeping terror, and a creature that thinks. Just a monster movie or Cold War propaganda in disguise? It's calm, then chaos. You'll laugh, then you'll scream. Because the real enemy might not be the alien. 19. It Came from Outer Space, 1953. What if the stars weren't watching us, but warning us? It crashed into theaters and then got banned in Soviet bloc countries. Why? Fear it would spread American space superiority. This eerie tale of aliens and mystery built tension like a ticking bomb. Just when everything seemed okay, suddenly a new surprise. What started as fun and exciting became scary. 18. The Island Earth, 1955. What if aliens weren't coming to invade, but to warn us? The Island Earth shocked audiences with visions of nuclear doom. So intense, some countries cut out whole scenes before showing it. It wasn't just sci-fi, it was a mirror to our worst fears. You start with flying saucers and end with the end of the world. Why did they try to hide this movie from young eyes? 17. Them, 1954. What happens when nuclear tests go horribly wrong? The movie gave us giant screaming ants that haunted kids for years. Finland banned it. Too scary, too real, and way too much for young minds. It wasn't just monsters, it was a warning about radiation and disaster. One minute you're watching a fun bug movie, the next you're scared to go outside. Well, definitely not for children's. 16. The War of the Worlds, 1953. What if aliens attacked and nothing on Earth could stop them? This film terrified audiences with chaos, destruction, and a desperate world praying for survival. It was so intense, India and Egypt banned it for a while. Too much panic, too many religious themes. One moment, it's just a movie, the next, it feels real. 15. Creature from the Black Lagoon, 1954. What if something was watching you from the deep and wanted more than just a swim? Creature from the Black Lagoon wasn't just about a monster, it was about fear, beauty, and danger all mixed together. Some Asian countries censored it. Too scary, too suggestive. Kids came for the creature and left with nightmares. 14. Invaders from Mars, 1953. What if your parents, your neighbors, even your friends weren't really themselves anymore? This movie crept into the young minds with this creepy take on mind control and hidden enemies. Eastern Europe quickly banned it. People thought it was too much like real fears about control and communism. 13. Robot Monster, 1953. What happens when a robot in a gorilla suit tries to wipe out all humans? From a bubble machine. Robot Monster was so strange, Italy and France refused to show it. Too silly, too confusing, and some even said it could mess with kids' minds. It looked like a joke, but left young viewers scared and confused. How did something so weird become so unforgettable? 12. Atomic Submarine, 1959. What if deep under the ocean, something alien and angry was waiting to strike? Atomic Submarine took kids on a wild ride of mystery and monsters, and Cold War fears. The UK censored it, too frightening and too against Russia, and it seemed like another sci-fi story, but it hit some real-world fears. Could a movie about a submarine really scare both children and world leaders? 11. It, The Terror from Beyond Space, 1958. What if you brought something back from space, and it wanted to kill you? It, The Terror from Beyond Space, made hearts race with its creepy alien and shocking attacks. Germany censored it. Too violent, too scary for young minds. It looked like a space rescue mission, but turned into a fight for survival. 10. The Magnetic Monster, 1953. What if science created something it couldn't control? The magnetic monster showed a growing invisible threat powered by radiation, and it scared people more than expected. Some US towns refused to show it, saying it caused too much fear about atomic energy. 9. Target Earth, 1954. Did you know Target Earth was banned in Brazil because people were afraid it might cause panic and protests? This old sci-fi movie showed empty cities and scary robot attacks, which felt too real during troubled times. How could a low-budget alien movie cause so much fear? If you watched it as a kid, no wonder it's stuck in your mind. 8. The Beast from 20,000 Fathoms, 1953. This movie had scenes cut in Scandinavia because the monster attacks in the film were too scary. The giant creature rising from the ocean and destroying cities was just too much for some viewers. If you saw this as a kid, it probably gave you nightmares for weeks. 7. The Man from Planet X. This movie was banned in Yugoslavia for promoting American space militarism. This low-budget alien movie, with its spooky fog and strange visitor, was seen as too political during the Cold War. 6. Not of This Earth, 1957. Did you know the movie named Not of This Earth was banned in Australia? Yep, there was too much blood and some romance that was too suggestive for the censors. This old sci-fi B-movie is about a strange alien who comes to Earth and needs human blood to survive. It felt creepy back then, even though it looks silly now. Some scenes still feel weird even today. 5. The Amazing Colossal Man, 1957. Guess what? The Amazing Colossal Man was banned in the UK because officials thought the creepy body changes might scare young viewers. It tells the story of a man who grows super big after a nuclear explosion, but his body starts looking really strange. It may look silly today, but back then, it was enough to shock a whole generation. 4. Attack of the 50-Foot Woman, 1958. Here's something wild. This movie wasn't shown in India or Pakistan. The movie's bold images and strong gender themes were seen as too much at the time. It's about a woman who grows giant after an alien encounter and takes revenge. For a sci-fi B-movie, it really pushed the limits. Can you believe a film like this caused such a problem back then? 3. The Brain from Planet Arus, 1957. Can you believe The Brain from Planet Arus was censored in several countries? It showed a glowing alien brain that takes control of a human, causing chaos and fear. Some scenes were just too strange and intense for the time. This sci-fi B-movie mixed mind control with creepy effects. No wonder it left some kids totally freaked out. 2. Queen of Outer Space, 1958. Here's a surprise. Queen of Outer Space was banned in Egypt and Saudi Arabia. The movie showed a planet ruled by women, and that idea didn't go over well with the censors. It had bright costumes, space flights, and a lot of drama. It may look silly now, but back then, this was seen as way too bold. And number 1, Earth vs. the Flying Saucers, 1956. You might find this interesting. Earth vs. the Flying Saucers wasn't shown in the USSR. The movie had strong Cold War themes and showed famous landmarks being destroyed, which didn't sit well with Soviet censors. It's a classic alien invasion story with flying saucers attacking Earth. For its time, it was thrilling, but also a bit too political for some places. So who knew cheesy sci-fi flicks from the 50s could shake up the world this much? Some terrified kids, others upset governments. Which one shocked you the most? Comment your thoughts on this and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.